Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another HE keyboard review. Now, if you have seen one of the more recent videos, I have a keyboard that I reviewed called the Hex 80. From a custom keyboard perspective, it was a step up and something new. When it comes to keyboards, I feel like there is two separate entities. It's custom keyboards and HE keyboards. These two don't really mix together. The people who want HE boards just want HE boards, the people who want custom keyboards just want custom keyboards. I'm basically trying to say that these two things are slowly trying to merge together and coming up with something in between, in a singular keyboard. This is the Neo 65 Sonic HE+. Yes, very cool name, Sonic. It's a different series from the Hex 80. The Hex 80 was a collaboration between The Hex 80 was a collaboration between QWERTY Keys and ATK, but this is purely QWERTY Keys and on one of their most popular series, the Neo series. And when it comes to Neo keyboards, I'm sure most of you who own one or have seen one or two reviews on Neo keyboards, you know that this, in terms of build quality, will not be a letdown. It weighs around 1.5 kilograms or 3.3 pounds. It's one of the heavier HE boards that I've tried. It has a full aluminum body and in general just look very custom keyboardy, which is exactly what we like about Neo. It just looks clean and minimalistic. It has a beautiful weight and internally has two stainless steel weights, which is very nice, makes it really dense and hefty. Especially for acoustics, you'll listen later. Now let's start with the switches. Owl Labs' new Nova switches. Box stem 20mm springs. It feels really nice for gaming, very snappy and quick with decent acoustics. Now for keycaps, I believe should be ABS. It's semi-transparent, translucent I would say. For backlight, it comes off really nice if you like RGB. And this time around, comparing it to the Hex 80, the Legends this time around, the font basically, looks pretty cool. I can vibe with it. When you think of Sonic HE and you look at the board, it matches the board aesthetic really well. It's Sonic HE. I don't know what I'm saying. Now let's talk internals. Usually I don't really talk much about the internals of a HE board because it's all about performance, but right now we are seeing custom keyboards and HE keyboards slowly come together, so we'll see some parts of custom keyboards that we like in this keyboard. Now the disassembly is very straightforward. It's a uni case, very similar to the Core series. Using the provided tool, just yank out the whole PCB sandwich. Starting with our plate, we have a carbon fiber plate, which is very ideal. We don't really want flex in HE keyboards because if you have flex, then your custom actuation point won't really be accurate. So you would want a stiff plate. It would either be aluminum, brass, or carbon fiber. And carbon fiber just in general sounds better than aluminum when it comes to foamed up builds. So it's a nice choice. Now when it comes to internal dampening, surprisingly, we actually do not have a PE sheet, which I think helps out with the accuracy of the board. Like it might interfere, so they rather not have it. But instead we have our plate PCB and case foam, and that just helps get rid of any unwanted hollowness from the board. So here's a quick sound test. This spacebar sounds kinda crazy. In terms of sound, I don't think it's anything crazy. Huh? This spacebar sounds kinda crazy. It's definitely a lot better than most budget HE boards. And if I'm comparing this to the Hex 80, I think the Hex 80 does sound a little better. But I feel like when it comes to HE boards, we have a decent variety of switches. Jade Pros, Geon Raws, the TI HE switches. Those switches all have very distinct and very different sound profiles. So this is something different as well. Basically what you like, you can just install since we have a hot swappable PCB. Now let's move on to the actual gaming stuff. They have their very own web-based software. It's brand new, they just released it. And paying $115 for the board, it's what you would expect from QWERTY Keys. It's something we see in boards that are $30, it's something we see in boards that are $200. It's not some China like might give you virus kind of software, you know? We have custom actuation accuracy up to 0.01mm, the standard SOCD rapid trigger, dynamic keystroke. We have 8000 Hz polling rate with a 0.125 millisecond latency. If you can game on it and it feels good, you feel like you can hit clips, you know, then it works. And when it comes to the layout, I think 65% is a very good layout for gaming. I personally do prefer a smaller layout as, you know, Wooting 60 because I need that mouse space. My sensitivity on my mouse is decently low, so having a 65% is exactly what I would want from this. If you are interested in a 65%, then you can grab this, but we might be able to see different layouts if this does well. And if you couldn't tell, I recently moved, right? The room is still empty. I haven't put up any decorations. That's why my background looks so plain. But you guys know that I love my Wooting 60. So I packed everything from my old place to my new place. And this, I still pulled it out to play with it, which says a lot, you know? I could just use the Wooting and call it a day, but something about this just makes me feel a little snappier. And yes, I will be doing a setup tour really soon. As you can tell, it's not really much ready yet. I have a bunch of things that I do want to put up, my play button, you know, all the random decorations that I used to have in my old room. Similar, I'm gonna put it up. And the past 2 weeks has been really hard, alright? I've been busy, moving, falling sick, getting better. You can hear it in my voice, but I have been gaming, so here's a compilation of the clips I hit with this Sonic 65HE.
Sorry, what? Oh, crazy. Tue ça. Tu peux. Passe à City.
So if you're gonna ask me if I prefer my Wooting 60 or this, it varies between person to person. It's personal preference. On the technical side, in terms of build quality, sound quality, this is just higher. It's way higher. It's not even close. A heavier case with internal weights, with dampening, with a carbon fiber plate, with a nice mounting system, not tray mount. It just sounds so much better and feels a lot nicer to game on. And of course, you can basically customize it to whatever you want. For the beginners out there, keycaps are a universal thing. Switches are a universal thing. As long as you get HE switches, magnetic switches, as long as you get a keycap set that has support for small shift, 65%, most keycaps have that. You can change out your switches anytime, change out your keycaps anytime with no tools. All you need is a keycap and switch puller which comes with the board. And let's say you have been gaming on Geon RAWs or Jade Pros for the longest time ever and you don't want to change, just take out those switches and put it in here. I promise you it sounds a lot better. I definitely recommend it to anyone, really. It's basically, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, nearly a perfect merge of custom keyboards and HE keyboards. One of the most justifiable things about this is the price. I can't emphasize it enough. $115 is such a fair price. This doesn't compare to Man 60, so please don't comment that. I'm gonna crash out, you're just rage baiting me. And you know, a Wooting is gonna run you anywhere from $200 to $300, and for $115, this is fully built, plug and play. They kind of cooked. So anyway, if you are interested, I'll have the Neo 65 Sonic HE link down below. It's a really long name. Comment your thoughts on whether you think like I do about custom keyboards and HE keyboards being two separate things and coming together really slowly, which we'll see throughout the year. And aside from that, subscribe, stay tuned for the setup tour. I have to go unpack now and eat my medicine. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.